The following podcast is intended for mature audiences. If you enjoy our work, please like, comment, subscribe, and follow the links in the description. Thanks for your support, and enjoy. Greetings and salutations, listener. It is I, Eric J. Chucky, joined, as always, by my significantly more intelligent and rememberful partner, the boy.
Okay, normally I would be like, wow, you complimented me. That's not, we're both pretty smart. No, let him explain. Hi.
Oh, listener. Oh, Ultimo. Like, you listen to us every week because you are a dedicated audience. Every week, and the YouTube numbers prove it.
Oh, hurtful, but
yeah,
true.
Well, I'm just gonna hurt everyone at the start of this podcast, if that's okay with you. So, no doubt, you heard me say a lot of stuff over the last couple weeks that was, gosh, just untrue. About comic books, about music, I think. And I'm not going to correct any of that. Just, tell me in the comments and I will admit I was wrong. But...
same. Look, I pride myself on knowing stuff, but at the same time, I got a meat brain.
Well, and we've both been off and on sick. Like, varying degrees.
But, those are all separate issues.
Sure.
Today...
I am fine. I've got a little bit of a cough and my ear's still a little puffy, but we're working it above 90%. So there's no excuse for this. So I thought our anniversary month was March.
So we were actually both hyped. We were like, oh, cool, it's finally going to be March. We're going to be a day early. That's fine. We got plenty of ideas. Because we actually do have a bunch of good ideas for anniversary month. And we sat down to record the first of those anniversary month podcasts. And what did we learn?
Our anniversary is in May.
So, today, we needed a podcast.
With, 20 minutes warning before we actually started recording?
I took a break to take out our trash, so, yeah, about 10, 20 minutes.
So...
here's what we got.
We're going to be talking about TV shows. We've done... You know us here at the Two Nerds Megorium. We got the 4 pillars of content. We do. It's comic book related shit, video games, wrestling, and
television and movies. Comic book shit and television and movies overlap often because we like comic book shit in our television and movies, but suck it up and deal.
I guess there's also, role playing.
Yeah, it's role playing.
And the comic book shit, television and movies, kind of nerddom. General nerddom.
General nerd.
It's grab bag. We don't do those anymore, though. Now I have clever titles like fucking Pictures of Spider-Man, which...
oh, boy.
It's the anniversary of that.
Yeah, it's the anniversary of Pictures of Spider-Man.
I guess I just remembered the important things. So yeah, I found a survey on Tumblr. I'm not linking you to the person I found it from because they didn't even fill it out. And I don't mean that like it was an empty survey. I mean half the questions, the answers were like, oh no. It's like fucking, if you're going to take the time to open a fucking Tumblr window and copy and paste the fucking survey with all the formatting and everything and then just not fill out some answers, what are you doing? Have some professionalism. So the first part of this we've already done. The rest you get to listen to a scramble and probably Google search live for.
Quality content here on the Two Nerds podcast.
Same as you get every week. List your favorite TV shows in no particular order and answer the questions. They asked for 5.
This is the 5 we came up with.
These are in no particular order, and there might be shows I like better, but...
This is what we got tonight. That's the theme for tonight. This is what we got.
So why don't you lead us off there, the boy, with your 1 through 5. Please number them as well, because that becomes important.
Okay. At number 1, I put Marvel's Netflix series. I watched them all basically as one show. They're all sort of very different and they have different feels, but it's like an anthology series of Black Mirror or whatever. Each episode might have a different feel, but it's still one show. To me, these are all the Netflix Marvel series that lead up to the Defenders. So they're all in one. Yes, I'm cheating. I don't care. Number 2 is Game of Thrones, because I do like that show quite a bit. Number 3 is King of the Hill because holy shit is that a timeless classic. Number 4 is Batman the Animated Series, same reason. And number 5 is Friends because, excluding the last few seasons, which I find sad, I could watch the show pretty much all the time.
Mine are number 1, Roseanne. It is good. Number 2, King of the Hill. It is good. Number 3, My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. It is good. Number 4, Friends. It is good. And number 5, Longmire. It is good. Proud of you for sticking it out through the whole gag. I'm missing seasons of Longmire. I haven't caught the last one, and I think I missed the last 2 seasons of My Little Pony. I got behind, and my wife was out of the state for most of last year, so...
It happens.
Yep.
All right, let's do the rest of this.
Let's go. Let's get this shit show rolling. We got half an hour to fill. Well, hey, it's down to 24 minutes if we talk real slow in Texas, like maybe, just maybe, we could get to an hour.
Answer the fucking question.
Our kitchen just exploded.
Even the kitchen's tired of your bullshit.
Even the kitchen, all right. Who is your favorite character in number 1?
Ooh. Probably Luke Cage.
I like Luke Cage, and I haven't seen Luke Cage yet.
He's just a really well-developed character who is in a couple of the series, that helps. Has a bit of a bigger role, obviously, than Night Nurse. And, is very well acted and very well plotted, is the easiest way to explain it. And not a dickweed like Matt Murdock.
Matt Murdock. I mean, I had to stop watching the second season of Daredevil because Matt's just being a baby. I'll probably go back to it eventually. My favorite character in Roseanne, probably Darlene. She gets shitty, but her and David were characters I identified most with growing up. Go figure. So, that's my answer. Who is your least favorite character in number 2? Hold on, let me say it like Pitbull. Number 2!
Least favorite character in Game of Thrones. You know, I want to go Mimi and be like, well, this person's storyline is kind of boring, or, gosh, the Sand Snakes are acted horribly. No, it's Littlefinger. Fuck that guy.
That's fair.
I hate that fucking cancerous little toad. I hate him so fucking much.
Toad cancer's not good. Don't get it. My least favorite character in King of the Hill. Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to make sure there wasn't some other bit character who was worse, but no, that's you. There was an entire episode, I believe, we stopped and never finished because you were like, I can't be here for this. But no, it's Peggy Hill. God, she's awful. Sometimes she's not awful. Like, there are episodes, especially in the first season or two, where she's just kind of unfulfilled and taking that out on everyone around her. But good God, that ramps up hard to the point to where she just fucks up people's lives.
By the end of the season, she's almost a complete solipsist. She's a fucking scary sociopath. She's a monster.
Peggy Hill. Hank deserves better.
I mean, yeah.
What's your favorite episode of number 4? Ooh, Batman TA. Oh, the tough questions.
Ooh. We getting real now. Shit, that's hard.
I think I know my answer.
Will you...
Oh, no. No, I don't know.
I know my answer, but I don't know.
I knew my answer for Batman, is what I was saying, but now I don't know.
Okay, like, it's a cop-out answer, but it's Heart of Ice.
That was my gut reaction.
Like that or Mad Love. Fuck.
And then I remembered about, what's her name? Baby Doll?
Oh, shit! Fuck. Mine is listed as Batman Animated Series and the DCAU, and there's also this fucking moment in Justice League Unlimited, the episode epilogue. It's not my favorite episode, but there's a fucking 5-minute segment that is my favorite thing of animated Batman. But for Batman the Animated Series, fuck, the baby doll. God damn it, this is hard. I'm going to go Heart of Ice as a cop-out. I'm sorry, I can't pick.
Fair.
It's too hard.
It's not the episode where Batman was all, Harvey, ew.
No.
We were going to do a series about that, do you remember? We were going to MST3K Batman.
I'm still up for that. Look, it's Batman. Of course I'm up for that.
Fuck, I'd watch it again. My favorite episode of Friends. Fuck. I've seen them all so many times. It all kind of runs together.
Well, and they literally named them in a way that it's hard to remember them because they were trying to name them in a way that it's easy to remember them.
Well, and I mean, they don't title drop. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because they name it in the most memingly easy way to remember.
Sure.
The one with the thumb is the one with the thumb.
You know, it's probably going to have to be something from like a mid-early season.
Like 3 or 4?
Yeah.
Honestly, those are the peak seasons for me.
I mean, contrary to you, I like a lot about the later seasons.
I like a lot about the later seasons. I just find one character in particular in the later seasons so sad that I have trouble watching the show.
Well, and I think that's a problem with hindsight, like How I Met Your Mother, which probably at some point would have probably easily been on this list, as a gut reaction. Mm-hmm. But so much about the finale and then watching that show over again is hard. Now, I think both of them, both Friends and How I Met Your Mother, are important, to watch as a series, because you wouldn't think of it, with a sitcom like that, but they really do tell a complete story, with the exception of the latter half of the finale of How I Met Your Mother, which is fucking stupid.
Honestly, just fan fiction that. Watch the How I Met Your Mother up to the first half of the finale, turn it off. You'll have a better experience. But
okay, and I know I'm talking about How I Met Your Mother, not Friends here. I'm not really stalling for time because I don't fucking know.
Hey, you bitch to this person for not answering the questions. Answer the fucking
question.
question.
I will answer the question, but I can't commit this to stone. There are a lot of episodes, and I'm probably forgetting something. I really liked the... God, there's so many... the football episode's really fun. I guess that's a little later, but the Thanksgiving football episode...
Yeah.
I look back fondly on that.
Yeah, that one's fun.
Overall, it's a pretty good episode. The Thanksgiving episodes are usually pretty decent.
That's true.
Oh, and the one with the trifle. I don't know, maybe that one.
I think it's got to be the one with the trifle.
We could be here all day with me doing this as I reminisce. That's why it's a difficult question. They're all very good.
That's why I had to just cop out answer and move on.
Right, but we'll say the one with the trifle. And so I can move on and make my point. In the first couple of seasons of How I Met Your Mother, Ted Mosby sucks. Ted Mosby is a shit can.
Yes. And,
there is actually this very, I don't want to say physical, but tangible turning point for the character. Even in character, the narrator Ted, or it might be actual young Ted, says, this is where I decided to stop fucking around and live my life. And he does. And it's not an overnight transformation, but he slowly starts being a better person. And it's a wonderful story, overall, about how this shitlord ended up being, a good enough person to deserve the girl of his dreams. Which is a very similar story to Friends, in how two shitlords ended up being good enough people to deserve each other at their best.
Or bad enough people.
They
met in the middle.
They met in the middle. We'll put it that way. But as a whole, I feel the story is important, and if you start to look at it, knowing the whole story, especially years removed from the product, it gets really ugly at the ugly parts for both series.
Yep.
But that's enough of me blathering on. What is your favorite ship in 3? God damn it.
Oh, 3. My 3 is King of the Hill. I don't really know that I have a favorite ship.
Well, canon ships count, I would imagine.
Oh, no, we skipped one.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, we did.
Good.
Stalling time, that's good. And delaying the inevitable. What is your favorite season of 5?
4, I would say. Maybe 5, but probably 4.
The Boys' 5 is Friends, in case we're forgetting.
Yeah.
My 5 is Longmire. Again, I haven't seen the most recent season. I've seen bits of it, like the first couple episodes. Season 4 was really good. Season 3 was really good. Yeah, I'm gonna have to say, I want to say it's season 4. The season where Branch is running for sheriff. Because I think a lot of really complicated shit happens, really important emotional moments. It was the last season that was on television. So maybe that was season 3. Since then it's gone to Netflix. But yeah, there was a lot of like world-changing stuff that happened, and it was really good. Okay, so back to the shitty question.
Yeah.
Favorite ship?
Favorite ship
Hank
in...
Propane?
We'll pencil in Hank Propane for now. Certainly not Hank and Peggy.
No.
He deserves better. He genuinely deserves better.
You know, honestly...
Maybe like Bobby and Connie, but that's just like... That's the only thing remotely resembling a ship in that show.
Well,
really.
I mean, you know, there's various couples. There's, you know...
Dale's wife, John Redcorn.
Yeah, well, honestly, I think Dale and his wife...
No, Dale deserves better, too.
I don't know that he does, because he's awful.
That's a fair counterpoint.
He's a garbage can, but he's a sweet garbage can, and he loves her more than anything. And she is also awful. And, you know, I actually... It kind of surprised me, and I enjoyed it, how she stopped dating John Redcorn and went back to Dale.
Yeah, that's a good arc.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe Luann Lucky, but this is actually kind of like Lucky.
Yeah, Lucky is great.
He tries, man. He tried to become better for her, and that's...
He did.
You know what? I'm probably gonna go Luann Lucky.
All right, I feel that's fair. I feel that's fair. Me is me in Sweet Lady Propane.
I believe your 3 is.
God damn it! Go ahead and put it in there, man. No one's gonna judge you. It'll be all right. Nothing bad could happen because of this.
Yeah. What's your favorite ship in? So maybe someone should have read the questions and reordered their stuff beforehand, huh?
Maybe somebody has other shit he wants to do tonight. Thank you very much.
Fair enough. But now you get to answer the question: what's your favorite ship in My Little Pony? Friendship is magic.
The friendship, because it never sinks?
I'm willing to accept that answer to get away from this awkward question. Moving on!
No, you held me to it before. I'll answer. I appreciate Lyra and Bon Bon, if only because the animators quietly reference it themselves.
Fair enough. Moving on.
Now we can move on. Who is your anti-ship in 2? By the way, I like the phrasing anti-ship. I just like... Because what else do you call that big awful sinky thing?
your iceberg?
I guess.
Number 2 is
2.
Game of Thrones for me.
Anti-ship in Game of Thrones.
Sansa the Hound.
Okay.
It's incredibly popular on the internet, and I can't understand why. It's fucking gross.
I was going to say, don't pick something bizarre just for the sake of being like, how gross would that be? Like hairy giant squid, but...
No, I mean, no. Look, Sansa and the Hound is incredibly popular for some reason. Well, actually, because in the books, the Hound has a creepy fucking internet stalker crush on Sansa. No, I'm sorry, that's fucking creepy.
We're
like,
back.
that's worse, that's lower on my list than Jaime Cersei, and I hate Cersei.
We're back to King of the Hill for my anti-ship.
Can I change mine to Littlefinger Sansa? Because some people are for that too, and that's worse somehow. I like the Hound.
And it was medieval times. I mean, you know, it's creepy now, but people got married off at like 12.
Yeah, no,
then.
I'm changing mine to Littlefinger Sansa. I don't like Littlefinger.
You look so much like your mother.
Yeah, that's worse. That's way worse. My instinct.
I'll touch you with
my
my
gut instinct
fingers.
can't have the context of that and move on.
Someday, kids, someday. My anti-ship, King of the Hill. God, fuck, I don't know.
Peggy Hill.
Peggy Hill, anyone? Yeah, I mean, Hank deserves better than Peggy, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, that's a fair answer. Look, Peggy Hill's a garbage person.
I wouldn't try to break him up if I knew these people in real life.
Because it's his life.
And for whatever reason they work. You know, some people want that kind of relationship. Where they're attached to an anti-ship. Sinking them steadily. But, I don't like it. I mean, they have some sweet moments. It's not like it's anathema. But what the fuck else is there?
John Redcorn, Dale's wife.
I'm okay. John Redcorn gets kind of sad after she leaves. Poor John Redcorn. How long have you watched one?
Alright, I was gonna be sassy and look up the premiere date for this, but since they started, since Daredevil came out, since these things started happening.
I've been watching Roseanne since I was, we're gonna say 11? Maybe younger. How did you become interested in 3? Wow, that's actually a story. But go ahead.
April 10th, 2015. I was sassy and looked it up. How did you become interested in 3?
That's King of the Hill for you.
I mean, I grew up in America. I had seen a television at any point in my formative years. King of the Hill was on it, and it was very good. It's one of those shows that I was young enough that it's been around, dude.
Yeah.
King of the Hill is part of my childhood. There wasn't a specific moment where I became interested. It was always, King of the Hill's on. Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is the case for 3 of the ones on my list, not the one they asked about.
Well, that's good. That'd be boring if we both had the same story.
I became interested in My Little Pony on a dare to myself. I was just sort of holding myself to the idea that you shouldn't judge a book by its cover in the short version. I mean, I know, ironically, you actually should judge a book by its cover. That's why they put covers on books, to entice you to buy a book.
But the truism isn't necessarily literal.
No. And I heard more about the audience for the show than I had about the actual show. And one day, I saw it was on Netflix, and I was like, all right, fuck it. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to watch it. And I'm like, oh, shit, I like it a lot.
I did the same thing and went, it's okay.
Yeah, it's there. Somewhere in that program lies the difference between you and I.
Yeah.
Also, about 100 pounds a dude.
I don't know if it's that much anymore, my man.
Oh, no. Who is your favorite actor in 4? Actor? Not yours. I know the answer to yours. Actually, no, your head's kind of freezing up here. You got that face like you're trying not to poop out of your nose. Just trying to be descriptive for the listener.
You answer. I need
a... Not counting the guest stars.
Yeah, not counting the guest stars.
Well, that wasn't a question. I'm not going to count the guest stars because Robin Williams, there, we're done. I think in terms of actual acting skill, probably David Schwimmer.
He's really fucking good.
Not only does he play several facets of a character that aren't exactly like himself over the series.
Unlike, say, Matthew Perry, who was literally just playing himself.
Or Matt LeBlanc.
He's not stupid.
He's not that dumb.
No.
But he's not very bright either.
Well, he's normal.
He's about average. But the OJ thing.
Oh my god, he's good in that.
Yeah, he's playing Robert Kardashian.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is so good.
He's actually an incredibly talented dramatic actor. And he's great. He's great at physical comedy.
Oh my God, yeah.
I would say was probably the best actor on that show.
He was the workhorse, man.
Like willingness to commit.
I think that Lisa Kudrow has similar range, but she's lazy.
That's true. I've seen some of the things she's done. She has great range. Also, she's not lazy. She's just weird.
No, I mean, like, I could tell her acting was getting kind of
by the end of the show.
Flimsy
she was done.
By the end of the show, yeah.
And that's because she's weird. She was done with the show. She didn't want to be there anymore.
You get kind of flighty like that.
So
yeah, make the choice.
Yeah, fucking
Rosemary's Baby here.
Fucking man or machine. Fuck. Dude, I don't know. There are two. I mean, obviously.
Right.
It's Conroy or it's Hamill, and I'm only judging on the strength of Batman the Animated Series, because if I include other work, obviously it's fucking Mark Hamill.
Right.
But these two people are the absolute... They are parts of my world. I haven't made any secret of the fact that I like both these characters, and when I hear these characters in my head, these two people are the people I hear. So I cannot, like, it's so hard to pick, but answer the fucking question, it's gotta be Hamill. End of the day, I love Kevin Conroy. He is Batman to me. He's the best Batman that exists. He's the best Batman that probably ever will exist. But the other person on this list is fucking Mark Hamill.
Yeah. That's probably the right decision. And you know what? You know what really shows is that Kevin Conroy would be okay with you saying that.
Kevin Conroy would agree with me.
Yeah, probably. Wholeheartedly. What do you prefer out of 1, 2, or 5? That is the Marvel
I thought
Netflix
I was
series.
not going to be asked to rank these.
It's not a rank. It's just what do you prefer out of the Marvel Netflix series, Game of Thrones, or Friends? It's Tuesday afternoon. You have work off for some reason.
See, that's a bad question because that's what's comfy. That's not...
Okay, fair. All right.
Because if it's what's comfy, it's Friends. Some of the Netflix series are very emotionally draining.
They are. I would agree entirely.
They're hard. Some of them are hard watches. There are parts of Jessica Jones I find legitimately hard to watch.
I don't know if I'll ever watch that show again.
I found parts of that show legitimately difficult to watch. But in terms of what I prefer, it's probably those.
Yeah.
They're incredibly well made. They cover parts of a universe I love in absolute love letter detail. They expand the horizons of so many people into things that I love. And I'm not that gatekeeper nerd. I want everyone to love what I love. And they do it so incredibly well that I don't know that I can pick anything else. Game of Thrones is fun, and Emilia Clarke has nice boobs, but at the end of the day, I was into comics way before I was into, like, high fantasy.
Fair answer. My answer is Roseanne. It's probably my favorite series of all time, so that was actually a pretty easy one for me.
Hey, we both put one.
Yeah, how about that? Well, it's what came to us first. I guess that's kind of telling.
Yep.
Which show have you seen more episodes of, 1 or 3? That's kind of hard to answer. Probably 3, right? For you?
Literally, 3 has more episodes.
Yeah,
so
I think it does. I think it does so far. I've seen... Yeah, Roseanne has more episodes that I've seen. So...
Yeah, that's just math. Which one of these series was longer?
Well, this is Tumblr, so like most of the people who are answering these questions are going to be like, oh, Hannibal and Supernatural and whatever,
Supernatural's been around since the dawn of time.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they've watched it all. Because
that's absolutely fair.
They had to pirate it when their parents weren't looking at it.
Also, who could possibly watch every episode of Supernatural?
I don't know.
I don't know if
I don't have meet them.
I don't have that kind of stamina in my life.
I don't either.
No thanks.
I saw the end of season 1 when
Ghost
Truck
over.
got his revenge.
Yeah, Ghost Truck got its revenge. We're done.
Who would you kill off, or how would you kill off your favorite character in 2? In Game of Thrones, how would you kill off the greatest character, Varys the Spider?
Yeah, you joke, but I really like Varys.
I know, but there's someone you like more.
There are two characters I like more, and look, actually, there are a bunch of characters I like more. Shit, is it the Hound or is it Arya? It's Arya. How would I kill off Arya? I would have her vengeance consume her to the point that she loses track of who she is, and eventually gets hunted down and turned by those looking to take revenge for the people she's killed.
Okay.
It's a good arc for the character.
I would have Hank die peacefully in his bed of old age.
That's fair. That's absolutely fair. Yeah, good.
I'm not doing anything worse to that man.
No. Fuck you. How about that?
If you could be anyone from 4, who would you be? Listen, calm down. They give me the My Little Pony question about shipping, and they're like, hey, buddy, you want to be Batman?
Actually, fun fact, and you know this about me, I don't think I'm worthy to be Batman.
No, I don't.
I'm not a good enough person to be Batman. If I could be anyone on this list, of course it would be Batman.
Ironically,
if you can be Batman, always be Batman.
As much as the arguments happen between us about it, I think you're about a good enough person to be Azrael.
Yeah, but I'm not a good enough person to be Batman. If I could be, I would be. If you can be Batman, be Batman. But I don't think I qualify.
And I don't think Azrael was in the show. No. You can be that guy from that Island of Dr. Moreau episode. That'd be fun.
I mean, I could be Nightwing. Let's be real.
Yeah. Did he show up in
later seasons?
Cool. Okay.
When they took on the Tim Drake Robin, the new Batman Adventures, it was called. Same overall series.
I like Tim Drake.
Skipped right over Jason Todd. They did.
Faux the best.
Yeah.
If you could, that's probably why I keep forgetting he's there.
Because he wasn't in the animated series.
Because he wasn't in the animated series. And I wasn't reading comics when he was in comics. But if you could be anyone from Friends, it's asking me.
I don't think you were alive when he was in comics.
I might not have been.
Anyway, move on.
If I could be anyone from Friends, who would I be? Fuck. I don't know. Gunther?
Really, Gunther?
He owns a business. His biggest
You don't want to
worry...
be the successful Lothario Italian actor?
No, he's real dumb.
Ignorance is bliss.
He's a sad puppy, man. I can't go back. I determined that a long time
Fucking
ago.
flowers for Algernon, man.
Yeah, I can't go back. No, yeah, Gunther, he seems to have his shit together. He's just looking for a lady. That's about it.
And you, not being a weird, obsessive creepo, would be able to find any of the other absurdly attractive women in that universe who are willing to date, schleps.
If we touched, this is the part where I put my hand around your shoulders and say, ha ha, buddy, you haven't moaned me when I was single.
Fair enough.
So Gunther it is. Plus, he looks good in pink, and I appreciate that. Give me a random quote from one.
I don't know, that's hard. It's hard to make a random quote that isn't, not very good as a quote. Do you have something?
Not that I remember exactly off the top of my head. I mean, it's a very quotable show. Let me check the next few questions here. Okay, instead of a quote, I actually would like to pull up a scene that resonated with me. Because something you might not know about me, well, you know, but is that probably one of my favorite Disney characters, if not my favorite, is Winnie the Pooh. I don't know what it is about the little guy. Maybe it's because we've both been stuck in orifices of buildings.
Trees aren't buildings, buddy.
It was his house, though.
It's true, it was his house.
So it counts?
It counts.
Squiscar now. He's got a good philosophy, I feel. You know? Pooh's got his shit together, like Gunther. Probably looks good.
How does this relate to Roseanne?
Alright, so the Disney episode where they went to Disney World. Mm-hmm. Darlene's being a shitty, sad sack, no funster the whole time.
Yeah.
And, then Pooh starts bothering her, and she's like, go away, Pooh. And he's like being all, nice and is messing with her. And eventually she breaks down, and they go gallivanting around Disney and have the time of their lives. And yeah, I don't know. It always just kind of resonated with me. It was like a crossover, but not really.
Yeah. I'm going to do the same thing because the quote I was thinking of, I can't quite remember the whole rhyme. It's from season 2 of Daredevil. It's probably the single best scene in the entire Marvel Netflix series universe. It's from the episode Penny and Dime. It is Frank Castle as he's basically out of fight and he's getting prepared to be arrested, explaining his situation to Matt Murdock. It is genuinely heart-wrenching and is probably the single best bit of acting I've seen from the guy who used to play a character I hated on The Walking Dead, Jane Barenthal or something?
Jay
something.
No, I think that's a different Jay.
I don't remember his name.
The guy, Punisher.
The guy who played Shane on The Walking Dead.
Google him. He's got the nose. He looks like a Frank.
I mean, genuinely, the scene in the graveyard from Penny and Dime might be the single best piece of that little part of the MCU.
I'm so, tuned out of this that my brain just went, best piece of ass. Best hot piece of ass. I just want to share that with Ultimate Dragon.
All right, next question.
Next question. Fuck. Would a crossover between 3 and 4 work?
Abso-fucking-lutely. Oh, I just picture it. A scene near the end where Hank Hill points at the Joker. I'm gonna kick your ass. And then he proceeds to kick his ass.
Hank, there is a man at the door dressed in a bat suit.
There is a man at the door dressed in a batsuit, and you did not invite me to whatever costume party you are going to. I am upset.
The last time I asked you at last Halloween, you said, no, Peggy, costume parties are stupid.
Peggy, I don't know why. He's just... Give me a minute.
Look, Mr. Batman.
Can I help? Do you need something?
What will get you off my lawn the fastest?
I hear you're an expert in propane and propane accessories.
Well, yeah.
See? Abso-fucking-lutely.
It was like that fucking fanfic I found between Snape and Eeyore. That we were like, lol, this is going to be stupid. And then we read it, and it was like,
really good.
Wow, this is really good. Fucking no. No, the My Little Pony friends fucking crossover.
Hey, friendship is magic.
Get out.
Ah.
Get the fuck out. You know what? I don't care, because later you're going to be in bed and you're like, friendship is magic, and you'll have to hate masturbate a little bit.
I really
or whatever
won't.
It is you do.
I really won't.
Well, you suffered in the end, so my work here is done. Pair 2 characters in one that would make an unlikely but strangely okay couple.
I'm
gonna let you think. There was a period about early to mid series where they acted like something might be going on between Dan and Jackie. And I don't think they would work if they met the way they did. But I think that might have been something. Now, Jackie turned out to be a lesbian, so, but nothing against that. Just, there you go. Unlikely, but it strangely works.
Fair enough.
Spoilers for Roseanne, a 30-year-old show.
Yeah. I'll give 2. One that's kind of obvious, and one that I wish I could remember the name of one of the characters, so I'm going to Google it while I talk about the first one.
While the next question throws your ass under the bus.
Oh, good. I feel like it's time.
Yeah, I think it is.
So, the first one is going to be Jessica Jones and Foggy Nelson. Because Jessica's a very, tortured, brooding, very, wound tight, bad at coping sort of person. And Foggy has a lot of experience there. And has a large amount of experience helping someone almost exactly like that handle their shit a little better. So I feel like they work well, and...
Up until she destroyed his dick.
Well, like, presumably she's had sex with other people besides Luke Cage.
Maybe, if they're lucky.
And besides, look, I figured Foggy would be alright with it.
Oh man, I really wrecked your dick. No, it's okay. No, I mean, it looks like a banana that got peeled. It's fine, it's fine.
Let's see here. And the second one would be Mariah Dillard from Luke Cage and Kingpin.
Okay, knowing who that character is, I'm not in the context of the show itself, but I dig that. I dig that in a weird way.
They would work incredibly well off each other. They're similar people from similar backgrounds who are both broken inside, and to be honest, I find Kingpin's lady friend kind of boring.
That would be like the Wall in Kingpin.
Exactly.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Can somebody make that happen, please? The magic fairies who listen to the podcast. Good god. I'm going to search fanfic later because those people would get some shit done.
Did you watch Luke Cage? I don't know. I can't remember if you've watched it.
No, I haven't watched Luke Cage yet.
Watch Luke Cage. It works. It works real well in universe.
That's fantastic. Well, time for the boy to fucking...
Embrace eternity.
Yeah. Overall, which show has a better cast, 3 or 5?
King of the Hill or Friends?
Yeah.
King of the Hill.
Yeah.
Friends, the actors are good. They're iconic. They're great comedians. I love basically all of them. But the voice actors in King of the Hill are fucking prolific.
Well, and I mean, some of them are just regular actors too. Kathy Najimy, Brittany Murphy.
Koki Smurf is in it.
Koki Smurf.
Koki Smurf alone is worth a Courtney Cox and a Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah, no, solid ass cast.
I mean, that was pretty easy, to be honest.
That's a decision I would have made too, but it's a rough question. Which show has a better cast between My Little Pony and Longmire? Longmire.
Really? That one is Taylor Weston.
Yeah, no. Fucking Longmire. Oh my god. The fucking emotion that they wrench out of an old man standing in the rain.
That's fair. That's absolutely fair.
Good lord. That show is solid. And I want to finish it, but I know it's ending, you know? Mm-hmm. Alright, last fucking question. This podcast has gone on too long. I shouldn't have stalled. What has better music, 2 or 4?
4? What crack is this question smoking?
That's Game of Thrones and Batman the Animated Series.
Batman the Animated Series has better music than Game of Thrones.
Yeah, Game of Thrones
Batman the Animated Series has better music than almost any show ever.
Game of Thrones has the Peter Dinklage song, and it's a good song.
It's a good song, and they have a lot of good themes, and they do their orchestral stuff well. I'm sorry, the opening song from Batman the Animated Series blows all of Game of Thrones music right out of the fucking ocean.
I wish I had King of the Hill and Friends, which has better fucking music. I don't know. Fuck you.
Yeah, neither of those is really known for its music.
I mean,
you're basically working off the strength of the opening theme there.
Well, but Phoebe has lots of songs.
That's bad. Honestly, I would say that makes
Daria. God damn it. I knew it. I knew this was going to happen.
You forgot about Daria.
Jesus Christ. No, not... Fuck. King of the Friends. That's who. Fucking say the thing.
Everything's better when nerds talk about it.
Fuck it, let's get high!